welcome back to a brand new video, and today, for the first time in a long time, we are gonna be diving into the 5 current rarest cars in Forza Horizon 5. Now, this actually was a very hard video to make because there's not a lot of rare cars in Forza right now. They're adding back a lot of sought-after cars, and cars that even they aren't adding back, like the Lamborghini Aventador SVJ, are making themselves shown on the auction house again, and there's no explanation for it. So I managed to find 5 that are nowhere to be seen on the auction house. They haven't been released for quite a while, and let's dive into the number 5. So the first one on the list today is one that we actually have never had on a rare cars list before, and it's the Racer Tachyon Speed 19. So many random words and numbers in there, but it's pretty much the only car by the brand Racer. It's honestly a really good drag car, super cool looking. It's very unique, doesn't really look like any other car in the game. I enjoy driving mine around, but in my opinion, it's not the coolest car on this list, and I don't actually know how rare they are. I know they're not showing up on the auction house right now, but I don't know when the last time they released was. I feel like it might have been a little while. So you may have this car, you may have gotten it from the event, so if you do, let me know down below, but we're moving on to the next one on today's list. Now, in my opinion, the last car was the least rare one on our list today, but next up we have a car that there's technically 2 of in the game, and it's the Koenigsegg Agera. Now, if you're looking for this car in the auction house, the brand obviously is Koenigsegg, but the name of the car is Koenigsegg Agera when you're searching through the titles. Super weird, not sure why Forza has 2 of them in the game. One of them's incredibly rare, one of them's not incredibly rare and can be bought from the car pass. So if you don't care, if you just want the Agera, get the one from the car pass. You don't need to get the super rare one. Now, yes, before you guys go in the comments, I'm sure there are speed differences and upgrade differences between the cars, but in my opinion, it doesn't really matter. But that being said, if you want the super rare one, good luck. It's incredibly hard to get. I was lucky. I got mine for a previous video about a month or 2 ago. It only took me about 30 minutes, but I can only imagine it's gonna take much longer than that now. And before we go any further, we do have a quick 30-second sponsor for today's video. At number 3 is our first of 2 Toyotas on the list today. In my opinion, not that exciting of a car. I don't really enjoy going off-roading very much. And there are kind of 2 different ones. It's the Toyota AT38. I had to make sure that was the one that I wrote down, because there's also the Toyota AT37. I'm not sure what happened to the other 36 of them. They didn't make their way into Forza. But in terms of the AT38, I did manage to get one on the auction house pretty quickly, but I got incredibly lucky. I only paid $1 million for mine. This car is super rare, though. It's been rare for a while. I was pretty ecstatic when I found it because obviously I needed the footage for this video, because I've looked many times and I kind of just give up because it's not that exciting of a car. But for 1 million credits, you can't really say no to any rare car in the game. So if you have that one, let me know down below. We're moving on though, and we're almost at the end of our list. And for the number 2 spot, it was kind of a toss-up. I really didn't know which one to put at the number 1 spot, because both of these cars, in my opinion, equally rare. But at number 2, we're doing the Lincoln Co, but there's 2 Lincoln Co's that are almost identical. The one that's really rare is the one that didn't just release. It's the number 100 Lincoln Co 03. You know which one I'm talking about, because obviously they released the other one very recently, so lots of people have their hands on that car. I can only imagine they'll release this one pretty soon also. So honestly, if you have it, sell it, because there's a good chance that the price drops when it re-releases. But anyways, we're at the number 1 spot, and you're probably thinking, Rizon, what is this number 1 spot? You've covered every single rare car as far as I'm concerned. Also, if I haven't, comment down below which ones I missed so that I can make the next one of these very easily. But anyways, the number 1, I teased it earlier. It's another Toyota, and I actually like this car because one of my friends drives them in real life, and you can customize it a lot. It has an insane amount of horsepower. It even drifts pretty good. Like, you can point drift in this car. It's the Toyota 4Runner. You may have known it was coming. I got mine from the event when it released because I needed to make a video because it was an awesome new car that had been added to the game. well over a year ago, and I had a brain fart. I've just hung on to it since then, and honestly, I don't use it that much. As good of a drift car and as fun as it is to drive, I don't off-road very much, so I don't use this car very much, but it's super cool, and the upgrades you can put on it are just awesome. No, they're not, dude. Sorry. Anyways, boys, if you made it all the way through to the end, let me know with a comment down below, and let me know which cars I missed, because I'm sure there's a lot, even though there's so many rare cars making a comeback, like the McLaren 765 LT. Get it right now, because it's in the pass, or the seasonal events. But, as always, we'll see you boys in the next one. I'm out. Peace.